Hey there, what's up? It's me Rakin. In this video I'll show that how a chatbot really works inside n8n with an example so that you can understand that how it generates the response, how it actually storing the memories, and also how it accessing the tools that has access with that. So at the first we have to just add a chatbot here. So to do that, as you can see, I'm in the workflow section and I have to just go in the plus and I have to just add the chat. As you can see, that's a chat trigger. So whenever just a new message as an input will come, it will just start the workflow, like kind of this thing. So at the left side you can see that there's a button, like it says like make chat publicly available, but in our case we are not just going to available our chatbot, so we're just doing this as much as simple as possible so that like it will be easy to understand for yourself. So we're not just making as public. So that's actually the chatbot. So if we just go here and we go in the test chat, so let me just go and say hey, and the response will be no response. Make sure the last executed node outputs the content to display here. Actually it can't actually give you any kind of response because it only takes the data as input. So whatever a user will ask, that will just input for it itself. So to generate a response or to generate a reply for that message, we have to add a brain, we have to add a system that how the brain will work. So to do that, we have to just simply go in the add section and we have to add AI agent. So that's the AI agent, and let me show you that how it really looks like. And if you just go inside and you can just find this kind of things. So at the first you can just find the agent section. So if you just go here, you can actually just add how the agent will work. It can be tools agent, it can be conversation agent, it can be OpenAI functional agent, SQL agent, any kind of agent it will work. So as default we'll just go with tools agent. Next thing we'll just talk about like the user message. So the user message will be what types of things it gonna just work with. So as it defaults, it is just, as I say, the connected chat trigger node. It is connected with the chat trigger node. Whatever the chat trigger node will just give to this, it will just work with that. And you can just go with define value section. So in the define value section is like customizing things. So if the previous node is a Airtable or like a Google Sheet, so as you know that like these types of things contains lots of data and lots of different data. For example, mobile number, email address, name. So if you want to just work with only one information, for example, you want to just send only the mobile number to the AI, just only want to send the email address to the AI. So we have to just go in the section and customize the data. So we use the define value section. But if you want to just only work with one input, and that's actually the default output of the previous value or the previous node, we just work with that. So it's like connected chat trigger. So as you can see, it's already just in default, it's just going with that. And we have to just go with the add option to give the system message. So as you can see, that's a system message. So as a default, it will be set like this: you are a health assistant. So I can just give a system message like this: you are a doctor. So right now it will just act like a doctor. You are a teacher. So right now it will act like a teacher. You are a code expert. So right now it will just work with codes. You are like this, you are like that. You are a Justin Bieber. So right now just try to just understand. It will just try to respond with the user like a Justin Bieber, kind of this thing. If I just go with that, you are a doctor, and that's it. Right now it will respond to the user as a doctor. So if I just come here again, it can actually give you the response, because as you can understand that it's actually the system, but it has no brain. So to do that, we have to just add the chat model with that, so that chat model will work as a brain. So if we just go in the add section, so here you can see that there are lots of chat models. For example, Anthropic, OpenAI, DeepSeek, Gemini's, Mistral, Olamas, lots. But in here we are just going with the Open Router, because I just use Open Router the most. The main thing is like I use Open Router because I can access with the free models. If you don't know about Open Router, let me just say you quickly that how can just you get access Open Router with n8n. It's very simple. You have to just go with Open Router and you can just find the Open Router website, and if you're new, you obviously have to sign up here. And after the sign up, you can find you in the profile section, there are like keys section. So on the keys section, you can actually come here and you can create a key. So just give a name and then just go with create, and you can actually just take a key from here and just copy that. And if you just came here in the workflow section of the n8n, and if you just go with the here, you can just go with the create credential section and you can just add a note in here. So if we just go in the Open Router, so I just go with the Open Router section and I'll just go with continue, and in the API I just copy the API key that I just copied from there, and then I just go with save, so it will just automatically add this thing. So actually I just already added, so I'm not just going this thing. So that's how you can add open router in here. So as you can see, I just already added the open router. So in the model section, if I just go in here and if I just search here free, as you can see there are like more than 10 AI models which are free, and some of the models are really great. For example, the experimental models of Gemini, those are super good. Even the Minstrel, even the Olamas, you know, I can use that. And obviously, like there you can see that the DeepSeek also free seeing, but it not give good responses, because like right now DeepSeek is not free anymore. So I'll just go with the Gemini 2.0 experimental flash model. So that model is really good and really fast, and also very important thing, like I want to just say that also you can just, you know, add here vision instruct model. So those models we can actually just work with your vision, you know, kind of this thing that can actually just, you know, take something or just that can understand images. Those kind of models also are free in here. So yeah, that's it. So I'll just go with the chat model. So as you can see, I just added the brain, and if I just ask here hey, and right now it will just interact with me as a doctor, because I just set it everything. So it says like, hello, how can I help you today? Are you experiencing any symptoms, or do you have any health concerns you would like to discuss? So that's it. That's really good. So right now it just trying to, you know, interact with me as a doctor. So if I just say feeling not good, so now it will just, you know, try to just understand me, like what happens, what kind of things. So yeah, it said like, oh, I understand, like you are not feeling well. As you can see, it's just given a really big output. So right now also I can customize the output. So if I just go in the AI agent, and if I just say to our agent that you are a doctor, and so I say that like give very short and simple replies, and also add emojis with the replies. So now it will just, you know, it will work in a different way. So if we just go and again chat here, if I say hey, now the reply will be kind of different as like the previous. So like as you can see that hello, how can I help you today, and it's just giving a doctor emojis, kind of this thing. So that's actually the first section, that how it actually generate the response and use the AI models as a brain, kind of this thing. So let me just go in the next section, that how it actually stores the data, or like store the memories, kind of this thing. So if I just right now say about that, like hey, my name is Rakin, yeah, and I am 24 years old. So right now I'm just giving this input, and it will just say that hey Rakin, what's up, like this thing. As you can see that like it says hello Rakin, but if I right now say that like what's my name, it can't say to me that your name is Rakin. And as you can see, this response is I don't have access to the informations. But in the previous section it said that like, oh hello Rakin, nice to meet you. So how can you add the memory? The thing is like the chat models don't memory access with itself. So we have to just, you know, use a memory here, and to do that we have to just go in the memory section, and we'll just go here. As you can see, there are like 6 memory things you can just add. Maybe you're watching this video after 2 or 3 months from this time, so maybe there will be a lot of models. So the first you can see that the Windows buffer memory, so that's the basic, and just let's go with that. And as you can see, that's the easiest model also. Inside of you can just find the context window length. So that's actually, as you can see in default, it's say 5. So if we just go more than 5, we can just go with that. But the main thing is like, we can just go as much as possible. But the main thing is like, the more information it will just add itself, or the more information it will store itself, the heavier will be the memory access, or kind of this thing. It's mean the workflow will be slower if you give more information to be stored. So give you an example very quick, that if a workflow, or just if a window buffer memory is just, you know, storing 5 informations, and on the other hand if a window buffer memory is storing 100 informations, the faster will be the buffer memory that's working with the 5 informations, kind of this thing, because one output will come. So if I just show that this is the output section, this is a brain. So when output will come, it will actually go to the AI agents, and also it have to go through with the memory section. So a simple output just coming from the brain or the chat model, and then it just going with the window buffer memory. So if it's like only 5, it don't have to just, you know, take some time, because it have to only go with the 5 access memories. For example, thousands memories, it have to just go with the thousands memories. So in that case it will just take more time. So we're just going with the default as 5. So let me just go in the chat again. If I say again, hey, my name is Rakin, and I am 24 years old. And as you can see, it says, and store the memory in here, and also say that like, hey Rakin, what's up. And if I just go with that I am from Bangladesh. So every time just it actually just for the input it actually just storing 1, and for the output it actually storing 1. So 1 plus 1 equals 2. So for every input output is just storing 2 data, the input section and the output section. And if I show you that how it actually just go in the, as you can see that the window buffer memory, and here like 1 and here's like 2. So that actually really works. For every input and output it actually just storing 2 data. So I just given 2 inputs, it's mean it already stored 4 data, kind of this thing. So if I just go and ask that, hey, what's my name, so it can just say my name, that my name is Rakin. As you can see, oh, your name is Rakin, is there anything I can help you with, Rakin? And if I just say that where I'm from, and also it can say that like you are from Bangladesh. Yeah, that's it, you are from Bangladesh. BD, is there anything else you want like to know, kind of this thing. Let's go with the last section, which is called the tool section. So if I just go with the tool, it's I say that like I can actually just give access to the tools so that it can use. We can use like in business scenarios, in different cases we can use lots of tools. For example, if I just say about that, like for if I add a Gmail tool in here, yeah, so if I just add a Gmail tool in here, and I'm not going with that, I'm just keeping that as simple as possible. So if I just say to the AI agent that go to my inbox of my Gmail and search there, is there anyone whose name is Karim, and Karim sent that any kind of email or not. So it will just go with the data, and it will just go to my Gmail, and it was, I have to give the access at the first, and it will go to my Gmail, and it have to just came with that. If Karim just send a message or like email, it will just say to me that yep, Karim has sent this email to you. And also it can give replies. For example, Karim has sent a message to me by saying how are you, Rakin, and the AI agent just came with the email address and also the email as a text, said like Karim said like how are you. So then if I just instruct to my AI agent that send a reply by saying to Karim I'm fine, so it will just automatically send a reply to Karim that I am fine. So that's how it really works, and that's super cool and very strong. And the thing is, like if you're just working with codes or kind of these things, like that's kind of like very difficult to do. But right now with n8n you can just going with that, kind of like drop and drag kind of this thing. So if I just go with the tool, let me just give you a very simple understanding how it really works. So I just go with calculator. So as you can see, I just added a tool as name as calculator. So if I just came here again, I have to define that you have to use calculator. I'll just go with and hash, I could give a hash, yep, and say that like, yeah, I say that like for calculation use the tool calculator. So right now it will use the tool calculator. So it's very simple. If I just show you directly like how it really works, so I just go chat, let me ask that what's 2 plus 2. For the calculation you have to use the calculator tool. So right now it will not give the response from the OpenAI chatbot. Instead of it will just use the calculator. So instead of guessing the answer from the chat model, it will use the tools. So that's all the things. So if I just go with that, and right now you can see that it will just use this tool. As you can see, it used, and it will just give the response. It just take the response from here, it take the answer from this tool, then it just came the AI agent and give it the open router model actually just give a text, for example it's 2 plus 2, and also giving kind of these things. So that's it, that's how a AI agent really works, and that's how you can actually just send a message to a AI agent, and it actually just use the chat models and also store the data as a memory, and also it can just access the tools that has access with that. So I hope like this video helped you, and if you found this video helpful, make sure to give a like and subscribe to the channel for more videos on business automation, AI agents and AI strategies. Inshallah you'll find more value in the future. So if you're looking for any kind of business automation or a custom automation setup, you can schedule a free consultation with me. I've given the link on the description. That's it, peace out.